Well, I am now sharing with you, the hopefully large audience, this fantasy map. And I think people should get excited about it, because, I don't know. It would give me more popularity, I think, because then they'd share it, and then those people might share it with other people if they got excited about it too. This island, right here, was settled by people who lived off that direction, which would be east. They lived east somewhere out there. And they came here due to a catastrophe involving dragons burning a bunch of people and a bunch of crops, so they wanted to leave. And some people went exploring and eventually found this place, and more of them came. However, not too many of them, because it was kind of a risk due to creatures like this living in the water, which had a habit of munching ships, so they didn't sail very much. And eventually contact was lost because these creatures became more numerous in the seas, and they began to stop trying to cross the waterways. At least not distances of that great, but it was getting crowded. This population that was on this island was growing, so they needed to find a place to expand to. So they went over here. The problem was, this new land they had come to was full of monsters, so there was a great many battles and fights with these creatures, but eventually they established a fort on a tiny area of land, which was eventually built up into a castle. And that was the first settlement on this new land, and slowly they pressed outward and founded a new castle and two separate kingdoms. One over here, you can see surrounded by towers with a small area, and another over here. This one is, of course, much larger than the other. And the king that lives here is a great deal more important. But it's still quite small in the grand scheme of things. You can see there's a chart of just how large this really is. You can see 10 miles, 2 miles, 20 miles, 30, 40, and so on. So that gives you an idea of how big this world is. It's not particularly large, but there are a bunch of creatures crawling around all over it. And that keeps the population small. And also it keeps people from traveling. So, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, and generally increase my fame in some manner. I don't think it'll work, this plea I'm making, but boy, wouldn't it be nice if it did. So, go share it. Bye.